Joe introduce these bums?
Well, for the Patreon top tier NXT review tonight, Matt Trevino returns. What's up, Matt?
Hey, guys.
And Rob Knox as well.
Hello, guys.
And we're waiting on Carlos Hernandez, who was a little bit behind. I think he had to pick up some medication or something like that.
So what shows did you watch, Matt?
I tried to watch both at the same time, to be honest.
Right, what about you, Rob?
I did try to watch both. I had AEW on the regular TV, and I had NXT on my computer.
All right. So let's start with NXT because I flipped back and forth. So some of the stuff I missed, some of the stuff I watched.
Okay.
The first match was Kross and Danny Burch. Everybody see that?
Yes.
Yep. Rob, what'd you think?
I love Killer Kross. I think his entrance is one of the coolest things he's got, and that guy just looks pure aggression, and they're doing things cool with him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead. No, I was going to say, I guess I don't know if you want to do NXT AEW first, but I always look at what are they countering with, right? And it was Cody against.
It was the Young Bucks
Cody
against Dark
Young Bucks.
Yeah, Matthew, you're a fountain of misinformation already.
The tag match. The tag match.
You've interjected misinformation already. So it's like
the tag match between those two. So I just see both of those going at the same time. But I agree with Rob, and I'm sure the rest of you guys. Killer Kross just looks great, and Scarlett looks amazing. So
I watched this match because I had a vested interest. I like the angle too afterwards. They're doing a good build with this. It was weird though after when they kept the camera on Keith Lee forever. Did you notice this?
I did. I thought it was nice how they did it because it actually seemed like I said played into AEW because I was more focused on what I was going to have with him.
Yeah.
Well,
so
let me just throw this. I loved, obviously Keith Lee with an edge. Loved that Keith Lee instead of the well-spoken, nice guy, big teddy bear thing he always plays. Kross, we've been saying this for years. Great looks. Scarlett looks fabulous. Okay, I'm not a big fan of a finish with no build-up, but just because that finish came out of nowhere. Good match for Karrion's progression and story arc. I thought the fireball was a little bit whack. I didn't think it came anywhere close to his face. His face wasn't even red, and so to me, everything after that. Everybody huddling behind him in the picture-in-picture during the commercial, and all that to me was anticlimactic because it looked really hokey. It looked like there was a flash of fire, and then he moved out of the way, and it didn't even come close. I wish they would have had another camera angle where it kind of looked like it was hitting him.
Yeah, I think they played it more off like it burned his eyes, right, than anything. Like it didn't look like he was hurting his face.
Didn't burn his face because they were. Yeah. They should have at least rubbed some ointment that would make it red his face or a little sandpaper or something because his face just looked normal.
Yeah,
didn't look red. Didn't look. Yeah.
Was this live or taped?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Because if it was taped last week, I mean, if this was post-produced, they should have put some makeup on him or something. It's just true.
But then I see your point too, Konnan. When he was walking back, he had the towel, and he kept throwing the towel away, so it kind of gave away. Where for you to get
the face wasn't even red. When you're burnt, your face gets red. Even if it's a minor, go out and get sunburnt. Your face is red. You get burnt, you're red. Something it showed. It looked hokey, and then the aftermath looked even hokier because he sold something that looked stupid. And so that was my only problem with that little thing.
So next was Drake and Killian Dane. This was just a setup. So they showed when the ambulance pulled Keith Lee away. They show the Undisputed Era showing up. And so then they hit the ring and they beat up Drake Maverick and Killian Dane. And then I missed this promo because a tag team gimmick was going on the other channel.
The guy, what's his name? What's his name?
Pat McAfee.
Yeah, they called on Pat McAfee.
Was it a good promo?
Yeah, it was a good promo.
What do you guys think?
I liked it. It was good. It did what it needed to do. It was good.
Yeah, decent promo.
Yeah, the theme for me tonight is neither of these shows did any, there's nothing that's stuck out on any of these shows about I'm like, wow, I want to talk. Not that I don't want to talk about it, but it just didn't both shows are kind of blah to me tonight. Did you guys get that feeling, or were they kind of did you think there was some oomph in them? I didn't really get much out of it.
Yeah, they were all.
Yeah.
You're right, because I still like two things from Raw, and I still like them today. I'm like, wow, that Dominic angle with Seth was great, and that fucking angle with Flair and Orton was ridiculous.
That was
that stuck out in my mind. Last week's MJF promo stuck out in my mind. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing sticking out, but still, let's review the rest of this motherfucker. I will say this: Killian Dane looks like Balls Mahoney.
He looks like they're Eric the Viking, like one of the Viking.
Little bit, yeah. And I wasn't a big fan of this match because it was a cold match coming out of nowhere, but I thought it was kind of weird. And here's another thing. I thought the match was too long, but here's another thing. The Undisputed Era, that's their name, right?
Yeah.
Okay. For the name. They interfered in a match to me where they have no issues with anybody. I almost thought it was a lazy way of getting out of a finish. You know what I'm saying? Like they didn't want Killian to do one because Drake was too small. Maybe they didn't want to beat Killian with Drake, so they were like, let's throw them in there to not have a finish, but they don't really have an issue with none of these guys.
I just threw them in there because they're two guys that can beat up and nobody would care, Maybe
too.
I do got a question
but
for you guys.
I feel they care about Maverick. Yeah.
Do you think it's time for them to move Undisputed Era out of there? Like, it seems like they really are. They've done everything they can there. They've won all the belts. There's like nothing.
I don't know. I like the group. When they're on the show, the show's better.
Mm-hmm.
All their promos are good. All their wrestling matches are good. All their feuds are good. That group is money, bro.
I think the show still needs.
They act well.
The show still needs them. It's I don't think it would be good to move them right now because the show needs them on there.
So here's another. So this is.
Did you watch the show, Joe?
I was slipping back and forth. Yeah.
Which means he didn't. Go ahead.
Okay. This is a glaring. So they have this little this Kushida does this promo and they subtitle it, right?
Right.
Mm-hmm. Hey guys.
What is the deal? Why did they treat the Asian characters on NXT with a lot of respect? They're intelligent, they're well spoken, and on the main shows, the Asian characters like idiots. The ninjas, Asuka, they act like morons.
Nakamura.
Different writers.
Yeah, and then
maybe the guys that are writing NXT are either younger or they're more progressive, and the guys that are
maybe they have an Asian guy in the writing team.
Different writers, different generations.
Maybe they don't have one of the anything even close to that on the main roster.
Dating this Asian guy for a while, so it could be.
Yeah, it was pretty serious.
So then the next match was Santos Escobar against Tyler Breeze.
And Breeze, yeah.
Yeah. So who's joining us now here?
Oh, Carlos Hernandez is here.
Carlos Hernandez.
What's up?
What's up, Carlos? Carlos, you were late. What is the reason for your tardiness? What is the reason? What's the movie quote?
Oh, there it is.
What is the reason for your truancy?
Can you guys know this through the cam?
But
we do not condone that.
Did you see NXT?
Did you watch NXT or AEW? Which one, or both?
I watched mostly AEW, but I was switching back and forth because my brother had the other screen on, and then I got to see pretty much a lot of both.
All right, so Santos Escobar and Tyler Breeze. I missed this. What happened here?
It was a good match.
Escobar went over, yeah. And then
4 minutes. So they didn't take too much time with that.
And then there was a run in, and then they caned some. Let
me read this. Explain this to me.
Okay, look.
Fandango. Let me read this.
Yeah.
Fandango walked to the ring with a mop, which he broke the head off of to use as a weapon.
Right.
Legado del Fantasma ended up putting the boots to Fandango due to the numbers game, and the fact that Dango came in wearing an arm brace. Isaiah Scott ran out to clear Legado del Fantasma from the ring.
Yeah.
Okay, so he had a mop, and when he broke the mop,
he used it as a stick, which looked super weak because he's got one arm in a sling and he's trying to hit him with a fucking. It looked weak to me.
And then they ended up beating him down with it. Yeah, they ended up using it on.
He should have came out. He should have come out like an Antifa soldier with the trash can and stuff.
I do love Legado del Fantasma.
The football bat, and the trash can. Anybody else comment on that?
I love the group Legado del Fantasma. I like Escobar too because I liked him when he was Fantasma. He has a cool presence too, like Karrion Kross, where he just exudes it. Like when he walked out, he come out at the beginning and he had Mendoza and walked wild with him. He told him to stop. They took his jacket off. He's like, "I got this," and he walked up there with just a poise. Yeah. And it was like you had said before when you talked about how people look and. He just had that swagger going to it. Like I like him.
But you know why he acts like a star? Because he was a star in AAA. He brings that swag already with him. That confidence.
Yep.
He was
I agree with that.
right?
Could we agree that somebody in the NXT, what do you want to call it? The machine, the NXT machine.
Right.
Somebody has a young Latino boy fetish there, because it seems like that's all they have on Raw and SmackDown and NXT, like a young, like pretty boy Latinos.
Yeah.
What if they all came out on the show one day and they all just kind of like showed up like the NWO, and they were dressed like Chippendales dancers, and they just started stripping right there in the middle of the ring on stage.
You would, I don't know if I'd like that.
and they drew like 4 million people. Right?
The new menudo, yeah. I don't know.
Oh my god. Konnan, did you comment on that? How was that match?
Yeah, I just thought that it was weak when he came out and hit everybody with a stick in one arm while he had the sling in the other. And then Swerve came out. That's what happened.
Yeah.
Right, Swerve's got to save everybody, right?
Yeah, because they're wrestling like in the next big show.
Right. Ridge Holland vignette, I like those. They make them look tough. So Mia Yim versus Indi Hartwell.
Okay, let me ask you guys a question, because I started really paying attention to NXT like in the last year and a half. What is Mia Yim's gimmick exactly?
She's like a ghetto Asian chick or something.
Is that what it is?
She blocked me on Twitter.
Yeah, because she's from South Central, I think.
Yeah.
She blocks me on Twitter.
You deserve it.
Because I remember, Konnan, remember when those two girls were on top of on the ring ropes, and the one girl tried to give the other girl like the power bomb off the top of the ring ropes, and they slipped, and the girl like pile drove her. And I tweeted when the girls try to do the moves the boys do,
right?
And she like threw shade at me on Twitter and blocked me.
Yeah, well, she got injured.
Something like she made a derogatory comment. I thought it was very disrespectful.
She got injured injured 2 weeks in a row, and then I think you commented both times.
Yeah, can you find that?
Yeah, I'm gonna look it up.
Very disrespectful.
Joe, go search and try and find it. Okay, so what happened in this match? Because I was a conscientious objector to me in matches that she blocked on Twitter.
It started really weird. Like I don't know the lady that does the background reporting. She kind of stopped Mia Yim, and she was like, "Oh, I was at the hospital with Keith, because they're dating." And she's like, "I got to focus, and I got to go." And then she went out, and it was just an average match. I mean, they were good.
Yeah. Yeah,
average match.
So I want to get Konnan's comments on that match, but we'll go ahead and come back to him. Next was Finn Balor promo. I saw this. I thought it was pretty good.
Yep.
When they produce his promos like that, he does well. When he's doing an in-ring, I'm not a fan of him.
Does anyone know? Did he want to go back to NXT, or did they put him back there?
I have no idea.
Because it seems like he's doing, like he's the old Finn Balor that was there. I like how he is now. He's almost like that bit, like they're letting him be him.
Yeah.
Yeah, it almost makes you feel like he wanted to go back. It seems more natural, or it's just he gets some better.
I don't know. Is he making less money or the same money?
A lot of guys wanted to go back.
I don't know.
Because like Tyler Breeze advocated to go back to NXT.
Did he really?
Yeah, he wanted, because his in-ring stuff was way different in NXT. So like his perception was different, and he was like more, because he was a super jobber in WWE. Like he had nothing going there. And then once he went to NXT, he had competitive matches.
And then doesn't him and Sean Spears have a wrestling school down there too, don't they?
Yeah, they do.
So I was going to mention that. So NXT, the schedule's lighter too, right?
Yep.
They don't.
It probably was to his benefit in that sense.
Yeah. So the next match was Damien Priest and Bronson Reed, and this match is fine. I was watching, but I just wasn't into it. There's nothing really. They weren't fighting for anything. They're just going to be in that. And I can understand the finish here, because I think they're trying to build up Bronson Reed, because he needs the wins, because he seems like the guy that would not win this thing. And I think they're probably going to try and build him and make him look like he can, but he's not going to win. What did you guys think of this?
I thought the same thing he did. His basic match. It's good. I like the action, but what's the story, right? So
there was nothing. Like I said, there wasn't a lot of. There's two angles on this show. There's three angles. The Lee Kross, the Phantasmo against those guys, and the Pat McAfee, Adam Cole.
Yeah, I like.
And the girls. The girls are all feuding with each other. It's kind of weird right now. I'm not exactly sure which girls have heat with which girls. So the next one was Io Shirai promo. Did you guys see this? I missed this.
It was good.
Yeah, they produce these Asian girls good. You know, it's like I don't understand why they don't do that on the other show. Cameron Grimes promo. Oh, and this okay. Now, what'd you think about this Robert Stone promo?
I'm not a fan of him at all. Like he's too silly.
He's doing like a parody of a manager, but maybe it's by design.
I said he's supposed to be doing Tony.
Yeah,
he's doing Tony Khan. He's supposed to be doing Tony Khan.
Are you sure?
Yeah, you brought that up.
It's been reported a lot.
Everything is Tony.
Yeah, it's been reported a lot.
Like from who?
I'm gonna look it up now.
I've never seen that though.
No, but Disco, like his hair and his glasses, he's supposed to be.
Yeah.
But what is he doing? The tunnel? If he was the Tony Khan character, he'd want to be like in charge of everything.
July 9th, 2020. Dave Meltzer thinks it's obvious that NXT's Robert Stone is a parody of AEW's Tony Khan.
Well, just because he thinks it's obvious.
And Alvarez too.
I honestly do not think, bro. I'll be honest with you. I'm not sure that WWE would parody anything on their show. I don't know if the WWE culture would sell for AEW by doing that.
Wait a minute, just hang on.
I'm not buying that yet.
Okay.
I'm not buying that.
Wait a minute. There's Tony Khan.
I can get confirmation on this.
Right. There's Tony Khan.
But I'm not buying it. I know it looks like that.
And there's Robert Stone.
Looked like, yeah, but Robert Stone looked like that before Tony Khan got on TV, though.
No, because before
Robert Stone looked like that for a long time.
No, he used to be Robbie. He used to be Robbie E.
But in NXT, he was doing the Robert Stone thing like for a year ago, like a long time ago, right?
I thought he was just on TV.
I thought he'd been doing it for a while.
He was doing it on indie, house shows, I think.
Was he?
Yeah, let me ask Konnan a question. I'll ask Konnan a question. What did you think of the Damien Priest Bronson rematch?
Right.
What did you think about it?
Oh, it was all right. You know, I'm not really.
I said they weren't fighting over nothing in this. You know, it's like that's what I got. A lot of stuff didn't really mean a lot tonight.
Yeah.
You know?
There was a build-up because last week they met in the parking lot and they talked shit, and then they got in the ring, and it was like, really? That's what you guys are mad about? You know, like, bring it, dude. You're on TV. You know, you get a chance to be sent to Raw. You got a chance to take advantage of TV, bro, because when they take it away from you, you're going to be in home. And I say this because a lot of young talent does listen to the show. You're going to be at home wishing that when you were on TV, you did take advantage of it because they're going to give it to somebody else that is going to take advantage of it. There's a lot of competition because I speak to the people over there in WWE and they tell me there's a lot of competition here, you know? So take advantage of any time you're given on TV.
Yeah, Disco. He started the Robert Stone gimmick with the same, you know, the suit and the glasses in January 2020.
The problem with that guy is that he's always getting beat up. He got beat up today again too.
Let me give you this. I'm going to read. Tell me if this does justice to the promo that he cut.
He got run over by the tank twice. I'm kind of glad they stole her card because the tank was annoying. Nothing.
Robert Stone, listen to this.
Yeah.
Tell me how this reads. If it does any justice to what actually happened.
Right.
Robert Stone cut a promo before the match. He bragged about his brand. He then tried to recruit Casey Cantizaro because Casey was a former Ninja Warrior. Stone told Casey to ditch Carter. Casey refused by stepping on Stone's quote-unquote injured foot.
Yeah.
Okay, now if I just said that, what would your visual picture be? And what was the actual visual picture of what happened in there?
Yeah, it was, and it happened just like they just said it. And the thing is that
it was so ridiculous.
It was so corny. Not only that, bro. Here's the other problem. It's hard for me to see girls that are really small. Like when I was in Lucha Underground, now it's the Sexy Star she's literally like 5'2", 120 pounds. That's very, very, very small. And they were trying to make her out to be this badass, you know. These girls, I know one of them because I used her in Crash, the Kaden Carter or whatever her name is, the one I think she's like Jamaican and Filipino or something like that. Mm-hmm. And she's real small too. And the other girl was just as tall as her, you know. And it's very hard for me to get into girls that are that smart, supposed to be in any way tough, you know.
Yeah, they really need to have two divisions for the women.
Yeah, like weight divisions. Yeah, bro.
Right, because they got some of these girls just do not look believable up against these girls that look fucking
women
athletic.
Weight don't go to
there's girls that look like they work out and can play rugby and shit and everything in there. You have these little girls I
will tell you what I did like. Mercedes Martinez, who has a great look. She's a veteran. She knows what she's doing. And she led those other girls to a good match because they need to be led to a good match. They don't really look like stars. Kate and Carter.
Well, these are all they're developmental.
Okay. And so I know, but Mercedes looks like a star. Rhea Ripley looks like a star.
Well,
when Rhea came out and her and Mercedes are looking at each other, I was thinking, wow, this is going to be good because they're both physical. They can both go. You know, I'm invested in that.
The rest of this NXT review, as well as a full AEW and full Monday Night Raw review, are all on the Patreon site at patreon.com/Konnan and Konnan.me.